Here is another example of why I know for a fact the devil is a woman, a bitter and scorned woman. God tells men to be wise as serpents. Now, history repeats itself, and history has proven that the wisest creature on this earth is a woman, especially a black woman. There is no creature on this earth more jealous and more sneaky than an envious and covetous woman. Now, Adam was the first man on earth, so he had no other man to compare to. What woman wouldn't want to be with the only man that God had created? But God had chosen for him Eve. There goes Satan or Lilith, I should say, I can't have him. I'm not good enough for him. So Lilith goes out her way to do what? Destroy their marriage. But he also says that if you can, abstain from any adultery, fornication, or sexual desire. Now God says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Certain cultures or religious groups deem sex as inappropriate or a sin, and other cultures see it as a very powerful way of manifestation. I think somewhere in between both of those answers, that is the truth. It is both a sin and it is also very powerful. It can build up foundations and it can also tear down foundations. Back to Adam, Eve, and the devil. God said, be wise as serpents. There was a serpent in the garden with Adam and Eve. There was another woman in the garden, the forbidden fruit. Now this is where homosexuality comes into play. When the devil cursed our entire bloodline with homosexuality because she slept with Eve. And Eve convinced her husband to sleep with her too. It was the world's first ever polyamorous threesome. And for the ones who were born that way, I can understand that also because it had to come from somewhere. But do you see how one sin, how one thing can curse a whole bloodline? So when you talk about breaking generational curses, you have to do your research and you have to break your research down and understand, deeply understand that this is deeper than a snake in a garden. Even till this day, a woman will see what another woman got and start making plans. I mean plans. Even till this day, a woman can set some stuff up to make it look like 48 hours. Women and men who are not raised by uprightly women will fall to weakness, to temptation, to jealousy, to envy, and to confusion. Imagine you did all that to destroy that marriage and still didn't get picked.